Organisations don't have limitless funds or resources, so we should ideally assess each potential project and see which offers the best return on investment, comparing the benefits, both financial and non-financial, versus the costs. I like the way that we can sum this up in a neat proverb. We should always do the right project before we do the project right. This comparison of benefits versus costs is defined in a document called the business case. And strictly speaking, it's the responsibility of the project owner, or sponsor as they're often known. Although in practice, you as PM may draft most of it on behalf of the owner. In Chapter 2, I spoke of the 2 dimensions of project success, and my worry that the project owner success dimension is often not measured. Where an organisation just uses a business case as an early gate to get through, the risk is that the project owner will become a little too creative with assumptions underpinning the benefits to justify his or her pet project going ahead, as I indicate in this cartoon. In the best organisations I've been involved with, there are 2 main practices employed to address this. Firstly, the business case is treated as a living document to be revised and represented partway through the project lifecycle as more information is known. Better cost estimates, more work on the benefit side. A concept called a stage gate can be employed to formally represent the business case. If you want to know more about stage gates, that will be covered in Chapter 8. Secondly, a different document can be produced during the life cycle of the project called a benefit realisations plan. This defines how, when and who will measure the benefits that should accrue from the project in line with the business case, often way after the project's closed down. This document is then policed post-project by an operational department such as a PMO, for example. Finally, although as PM you should argue for the use of best practice techniques in justifying projects as I've described here, ultimately you need to reflect the organisational culture you're working in. It's not your remit to reinvent organisational processes. This also sadly includes another bugbear of mine, circumventing the need for a business case by playing what I call the mandatory card. So a stakeholder will say, I'm playing the joker, this is a must-do project, so I don't need to do a business case. I think you should always do a business case.